Hello, everyone. It has been a while. I am back, and I'm going to do a quiz for you all. Last time I did a video was last year, late last year, but now we're back, and we have some influencer pages on Huge Quiz. We have Challenge the King right here, and also we have Challenge Chicago Geographer. These two are really cool geography influencers on YouTube if you haven't seen them. But I've partnered with them and we're making quizzes that they are both quite good at to see how well you all and me can do against them. So I'm actually going to do one of the Challenge the King quizzes. We're going to do one of these circle ones that he is really good at. Let's do state tribe points. I've never played this quiz. Let's go full screen here. You'll see how it works if you haven't seen these yet. I'm going to start. The object is you get a circle. The theme for this quiz is state tribe points. So all these circles will be centered on a tribe point. Right here we have Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas. And you try to adjust the size of the circle to fit that many people, your target up here, which changes, into that circle. So let's get started. Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas tri-point. We have to adjust the circle to reach 2.5 million people in that circle. By the way, the count in the circle is based on U.S. Census tracts. There are about 86,000 or so of these. They're small little areas of average population, about 4,000, that the census tabulates data for, so it's a good way of really narrowing down the population into very small areas. They do have census, oh, I forgot what they're called. There's like 8 million of them. Census blocks, that's what those are. But using those on this quiz would be a little prohibitive because the file would be too large and the quiz would get slow. So we're using census tracts. Good enough. 2.5 million. Okay, so Arkansas's population, I think, is around 4. Um, Louisiana, there's not going to be many people here. Maybe a few 100,000 here. I bet we have like 500,000. And we have a little in Oklahoma, but hardly any. Most of these people are going to be coming from Texas here. Like as we get into the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I mean, this is a huge... This isn't small. There's a lot of towns here. This could be close to 2.5 million. That actually might be a little too much. I'm gonna go here. Nice. Okay, that's a good start. Anything over 90 and this is really good. Okay, so I went over the king. He went just under, so the answer is right between those. All right, let's move on. Okay, Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado, 1 million. Well, most of these people are going to be coming from Colorado. This is over 1 million in here, I bet. So we got to shrink this. I don't know if we really want much of the Denver area at all. Like the city limits of Denver, we probably don't even want. You think there's 1 million people in here? I mean, there's a few cities over 100K in here. There's hardly any people in, maybe a 200K in here. Less than 100K here. I think we want to go a little bit smaller. Let's do this. Ooh, way over. He went over too. He didn't do too great on this one. Yeah, this is a tough one. A lot of people up in here along I-25. Okay, let's move on. The Dakotas and Minnesota, 500,000. Fargo area is probably a couple 100,000. It's probably another. God, I bet we're pretty close as we are. It's probably a couple 100,000 in here. So that's 3, 4. Wow. You know, if anything, maybe a little bit smaller. I'm gonna go there. Oh, he almost nailed it. Wow, that's nice. I had 700,000. Wow. Okay, his circle was almost perfect. That's why he's the king. All right, what do we have here? Nevada, Arizona, Utah. Oh man, 20 million? Okay, well, Arizona's population is what? 8? Utah's few million. Yeah, we're gonna have to get to the LA area here. This is gonna be tough. Um, so there's probably 2 million there, 3, 4. Oh man, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're pretty close. We're getting in what, like Inland Empire over here? We don't want to get too much of LA. LA by itself is like, oh, 17, 15 million. 20 million. We have all of Phoenix basically. That's gotta be like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's just, I'm gonna get a little more there. I'm gonna do this. Oh man. And look at that. So it's just the LA. He went a slightly bigger, and look at his score. I mean, it looks so close, but it's all these people in the LA area. All right, I'm getting my butt kicked. Okay, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Tri-Point, 4 million. Well, we gotta shrink this. Because Boston by itself, there's probably a good 3 million people in there. So we don't even want all of Boston. Rhode Island does not have a lot of people. Yeah, I think we might even go smaller than this. So Boston, this is over 4 million, I bet. Smaller, smaller. I mean, most of these people are coming from Massachusetts. So Providence, probably a million area. Probably 1.7. I like this. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I need it a little bit bigger, but I will take that. Okay. Okay, let's go. Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Tri-Point. Right there. 6 million. We're going to have to shrink this. Detroit by itself has got to be a few million, but we'll only have about 2/3 of that. So this is probably 4 in here. You know what? But we're getting not, yeah, this is, I gotta shrink this a little bit, but not too much. Fort Wayne, there's people all throughout here. Northwest Ohio. What is Michigan's population, like 10, 12? So we probably got 4 in Michigan here, maybe 5. I'm gonna go, you know, I like this. 82, I went over. He went under. So yeah, the answer is right in between these. So yeah, it's just these little differences in these metro areas that change your score a lot. Okay, ooh, rural. West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia, Tri-Point. 1.5. There are not a lot of people here, but once you get into this Winston-Salem, Greensboro, you get a lot of people. Yeah, there's very little people in this area. I mean, I'm guessing all this is maybe 500,000, 6, 7 maybe, 6, 7. I didn't do that on purpose. Let's go a little bigger here. I think that's 1.5 million. I think it could be. I think it could be. We're getting some of Ohio. I'm gonna go a little bit bigger. Let's do this. Whoa! 4 million? What did I... How did I go that much over? I didn't get any large cities in here. But all this... Look at his circle. He got... Well, I didn't see, but... Wow, I was way off on that. There were 4 million in that circle that I got. Oh. Alright. Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico. 10 million. Alright, well the population in Mexico is like 3 or 4. But as we expand this, we're getting Denver. Do we want to get Denver? Albuquerque is going to be 1.5 maybe. So this is probably 2 in New Mexico. Maybe 3, 4 in this area. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're getting there. I don't want to go too big into Denver though. Let's do that. Oh my gosh. He's so good at this. had to get more of Denver. I thought I would have got. Oh, oh, he's so much better at this than me. The answer was actually a little bit bigger than his circle, but look at that, 96. 96.9. Okay, North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee. 2 million. Okay, there's a lot of people in this circle, so I gotta shrink this. Once you get in this metro area near Charlotte, I gotta shrink this a ways because I really overestimated that one in West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia, that was 4. So I'm gonna even shrink this smaller. We'll go there. Nice. Okay, so he went way low. This was by far his worst round. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Last one. Cali, Nevada, Oregon. 5 million. Not a lot of people in this circle. We're gonna have to expand this. But not too much. Oregon's population is what? 5? 6 maybe? So we got a good chunk of Oregon, maybe 2, 2.5, 3. Not many people up here in this area. We have Reno. I think we have to get a little more. I like that. Oh man, we had to go into Sacramento, end up by Portland. I just didn't get enough city people. All right, 743. He had 889. What a score. I'll take 743. It's not horrible. This is a tough one. You get a lot of rural areas on some of these. But well done, King. Maybe I'll try one of these again soon, or one of the Chicago geographer ones. Again, I welcome you all back to the channel, and again, happy quizzing.